right, Art 3, we're going to get started on our Metamorphosis project. So we're using our packet, our surrealism packet, and then if you just flip it open, you have a nice little, kind of like a worksheet, where you can plan out your project. So what you need to do is think of either an object that you want to metamorph into something organic, or you can start out with something organic like an animal or a vegetable or something, and how you want to morph that into something that's like man-made, an inanimate object or something. So like it's basically you take one living thing and turn it into an object, or one object and turn it into something that's living. So you're going to do that in 4 stages. It's really easy, actually. The first and fourth stage are probably the easiest. Whatever that thing is starting out as, you just draw it pure like that. And then like if it's a saxophone, then you draw the saxophone. Okay. And then the fourth stage is whatever it turns into, and you draw it as exactly that. So if I had a saxophone turning into a duck or something, then it would be saxophone, duck. And then in the middle, that's where you start to add the changes. From the saxophone starts to look a little bit more like a duck, a lot more like a duck, and then it becomes the duck. So stage 2 and 3 are where like more of the changes happen. And you see an example there. Like we have the full-on clock. That's the first stage. And then the last stage is totally the owl. And then in the middle, you start to see the changes as it goes from a little bit more like an owl to much more like an owl to completely an owl. So hopefully that makes sense. You're going to probably spend a lot of time just figuring out what you want to do today. So just remember to think of things that will blend well together. Whatever your first item is, whether it's an object or an animal, think about what would make sense for it to turn into. This whole clock to owl thing makes sense because the body of the clock is like similar to like this small fluffy little body of the owl. So that should make sense. Plus we looked at plenty other examples. You can watch the video again. It's really cute when something kind of comes together in a very clever way. And we really do have to think about the size and the shape and form of whatever we're transferring to, and make sure that it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense to take like so much like, I don't know, if you're like thinking of a bottle of hand sanitizer and you're like, cool, I want to turn that into a bunch of grapes. Like, how would you get there? So you have to think about how you would get there. So go ahead and do this. You're going to do this, take a picture, and probably answer some questions along the way, so I can know your understanding and your vision and everything for this Metamorphosis mini project. So good luck. I can't wait to see your ideas.